There is some video out of Cebu where they are seeing inflow into Typhoon Mawar here over the last 24 hours, bringing some scattered showers and some very breezy conditions. And the winds are going to continue to pick up not only on the east coast of the Philippines as the storm approaches, but also over here towards the west coast as that inflow continues to wrap into the storm. The good news, it is no longer a super typhoon. Went through this eye wall replacement cycle a few times. You have that drier inflow kicking into, and that's why you have the eye, but it looks like almost like a second eye wall kind of formed up there. That is that dry air circulating into the storm. And on top of all that, the wind shear continuing to impact the northwestern portions of it. So if you are out here in especially northern Luzon, it's actually been some pretty dry conditions, sunny skies here on Saturday over towards Sunday. But now you're going to start to see that serious outflow and the winds pick up as we go ahead through our Monday. Look at the pressure, though, now up to 950 hectopascals, meaning the storm is continuing to slowly weaken. But it's not weak. It's still a Category 3. I mean, if this was in the Atlantic, it'd be considered a major hurricane pushing off here towards the north and west. Rain really picking up as we go ahead into Monday afternoon for the Cagayan provinces, also across Sierra Madre Mountains, even northern areas of Isabela, going to see those showers. And then it moves out towards the Batanes Islands. The good news, pretty much most of the guidance and the agencies all agree this is going to turn towards the north, but it's just going to take its sweet time. I'll tell you that. It is going to sit here for a few days. Drier inflow almost might become a monsoonal gyre type of a low thanks to that dry air. This is by Thursday over towards Friday. It finally starts to move towards the north. Might even just be a tropical storm by the time it moves over towards the southern Japanese islands, which, of course, into Okinawa through Miyako-jima and even Taiwan. And want us to watch this because taking a look at the ECMWF, you know, it's kind of all over the place as far as where the exact center of this storm could go. Same with the GFS, expecting that hook towards the north. The good news, none of the lines do pull it further towards the west here across the Philippines, but really the southern Japanese islands. Regardless of where this goes, I think the wind field's really going to spread out. So you're all going to be at least probably looking at some tropical storm strength conditions and, of course, those high waves. Signal force warnings are in place, of course, out there towards Abra, down towards parts of Isabela, Carino, Cagayan, Ilocos Norte there in northwestern Luzon. But, you know, what's kind of misleading about this graphic, I think some of the worst of the weather is going to be down towards Pangasinan into La Union because of that inflow that's going to be coming in from the west. And that's going to be the big issue with this storm system. So don't let the fact that you're away from that center mislead you, because as this pulls towards the north and west, look at this by Tuesday over towards Wednesday, here comes the inflow, not only there, but even back towards Manila, Mindoro, Palawan, all going to be looking at that inflow here. But I think some of the heaviest rain will be closer to the storm center into region 1, where it just slams into the mountains there. Those rivers are going to swell, guys. I mean, be ready for that flooding threat as this even pulls away. Look at this, by Friday, we still have that inflow, that enhanced habagat, which is going to be impacting the west coast of a lot of our areas here. Mindoro, Palawan, Manila, you know, places like Cavite province along the western seaboard, we're going to be seeing persistent rainfall. And then back towards the north, see how the wind field just kind of spreads out. Late week for the southern Japanese islands too. But back to the Philippines, signal force warnings are of course important, but keep in mind these rainfall warnings too. I can't stress that enough. If you are issued those red rainfall warnings, it means, you know, flooding is probable in your area. It's going to be imminent and could be very, very dangerous due to that inflow with this storm system as it pulls off there towards the north, and you're just going to continue to see those showers build in throughout the week. I mean, this is still by Friday, and once again, just another image. I showed this a few times because I just want to stress the amount of precip that's going to be coming down, especially on the west coast of the mountains here, even down there towards the south. Mindoro has pretty good mountains down towards, you know, western areas of Visayas. Going to see those showers continue to kick in too. And this is just showing you the overall accumulation, but the red is just 50 millimeters or higher. So over my legend here, but I think some areas could see as much as 500-600 millimeters of total precip. Now, why is this going to turn towards the north? Well, it is going to continue to round the high pressure area over Japan, so that's the good news. And then here comes our front. Finally, maybe by midweek, should hook this and pull it off there. So that's the reason why we are seeing that turn towards north, which is, climatology speaking, pretty much what you would expect. So before the arrival of this storm, if you're in the Bahamas Islands, northern areas of Luzon, or even for that flood threat, know your information from official sources. Bagyong is doing a great job at this, but watch out for those like the scammers and all that. Maybe the scarecasters, we call them. I'm not an official source, by the way, but I try not to be a scarecaster, so make sure you get those details. If you're going to go surfing, somebody said they were in Taiwan, they want to go surfing. Big waves coming out of there in the next 24 hours, but watch out for rip currents. A lot of energy with this. Obviously, by late week, if you're in Ishigaki, you don't want to go surfing. Same towards Okinawa. It's just going to get a bit too dangerous with those waves out there. I have to update this because we do have some new people that just joined up. But big thanks for everybody on Patreon and those of you who have, joined on our YouTube channel. Support on this videos here. So yeah, big thanks for everybody who does continue to, help out this channel. Big thing also is we do want to get more subscribers, up to 100,000, to make us verified here on YouTube, which is going to help us not get buried so much when it comes to these big typhoons. Anyways, that's a look at the forecast out there today. Like I said, big things. There's going to be this rainfall, so stay safe. And as always, thanks for watching.